Hey, what's up, Cristiano? This is a quick demo video for you for your KY Sabers Jedi Killer. Just got this done, and I've got your other two sabers almost done. So the Rayflex is completely done, minus the grips that Randy's sending me in the mail, and then I will make a demo for that. I just don't want to show it off when it's not finished yet. And then your KR Leia, I will have that demo here for you tomorrow. I just got to put some CC Sabers LEDs in there, and then that will be done. So about 10 minutes worth of work on that guy. But we'll go over this right now. So this is installed with a CFX. You do have regular pixel pins in here like we talked about, but then you have a double crystal chamber. So, so as you know, this guy comes with one crystal chamber right here, where they have the quartz crystal in there with all of their, greeblies for their chamber, and then they have a gash here. And in this gash, I just put an extra quartz crystal because I think it looks really cool. On yours, actually, I gave you a huge one to fill up that space. And I wasn't sure about it at first, but it lights up really well and it looks cool. So I hope you like it. Yeah, that's the one I picked out for you. So to get to everything, what you want to do is take off this handle. This handle will have one screw right here, but for the purpose of this video, I didn't put it in, right? So once you take that screw off, this handle just comes right off, just like that. I did a lot of modifications to this guy like I did on the last KY I did for Brian. I went in here and where all these pieces are here, that's holding the wire, and all of these screws right here holding these grips in, they all protruded into the chamber of this handle a little bit. So I had to go in there with a file and file all that down and make it nice and smooth so that it would go in and out of this, this chassis would slide in and out and it wouldn't get caught up on any of that. So I got all that. And then I also go in and there's a few pieces like that up here as well. So here and here, this guy, these were all shaved down. This guy was actually taken off and cut down, and then your bolt for your switch mechanism or your switch box here was pretty long, so that it gets taken out. And I can chop that down pretty easy with a Dremel because I got to take that box off anyway to wire up these switches. So that's what we got here. Here's your chassis. So here it says Jedi Killer in Arabesh, and then over here it does say Solo Sabers in Arabesh. You've got a 28mm bass speaker, removable battery system, and then you do have access to your SD card right here. So you can pop it in and out from right here. You never have to take this chassis out. I've done it. So you're good to go on adding sound fonts and anything you want to do there. It's just hidden right underneath this, this aluminum piece right here. So let's throw a battery in it. Spring side's going to be your negative, right? So you don't ever want to put your battery in backwards.
Vader's assassin. Welcome to the ancient abyss.
I am going to slap the handle on so you see that everything goes on properly, but I'm just going to take it a little bit easy when I do the demo because I don't have the screw in, right? So you see the wire here that's cut, and then the wire here that's cut. That's going to line up with each other, just like that. You line those two wires up, and then your hole right here for your screw, that's automatically going to line up right there. You might have to do just a little bit of something right there, and then you can put your screw in. So your top button is your activation, and then your bottom button here is your auxiliary. So we'll wake the board up.
Vader's assassin.
It's very loud.
Welcome to the ancient abyss.
A nice smooth swing. Both those crystals are lined up really well. So we're going to throw a blade in. This guy actually has two blade retention screws. So I was going to lop one of them off, and then I decided not to. I like the fact that you have two. If you don't like using two of them and you only want to use one, you could probably take one of these and lop it down a little bit so you can twist it all the way in the hilt and it won't be in your blade socket, but I left those alone. We're going to test it with a full-length blade. Like I said, we're going to take it a little bit easy because I don't have the screw holding in the handle right now.
Vader's assassin. Welcome to the ancient abyss.
But we'll still be able to test everything fine. And I'm just going to hand crank on these guys. 36-inch blade. Of course, you know, you take your auxiliary and you tap it for blast or deflex. And you'll see those along the blade, right? Or if you hold down your auxiliary for blade lockup. Now we've got kind of like a flame blade coming over here. It kind of stops about right here, so it doesn't quite go to the tip. If you want to change your blade effect, what you want to do is hold down your auxiliary button and twist your wrist, but then keep the button held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Blade profiles. Now you can twist the hilt like this, and every time you hear it click, it's a different blade effect. That's kind of like a Sauron's eye. Right there. A lot of different things you could play around with. That's kind of like a fire blade. That's pretty cool. Here's a pretty solid blade, which is what I was looking for. I lost it. Right here. So when you find something you like, just tap a button. Just like that. Now it's got a little trace off, and then it'll have a trace on too, but then it'll be like just a solid color, right? See that trace? You can see it in your crystals too. And then when you want to change blade color, we'll do the same thing. We'll hold down our auxiliary and twist our wrist, but then this time we'll let the button go.
Spectrum.
Spectrum. Now you can twist the hilt again like this, and every time it clicks, it's a different color. Now these crystals are wired in line with your blade, so they're going to mimic anything your blade does. So if we wanted a green, we'll just keep twisting until we find a green and then tap a button. Now we've got a nice green blade, green crystals. Just like that. And then we'll take the blade out. So you can see everything's working good there. Just pop this blade out real quick. Now to get to your sound fonts when the blade is off, just hold down your auxiliary button.
Sound bank selection.
What is thy bidding, my master?
And now you can cycle up or down with either button.
Exit menu.
What is thy... Nebula.
We'll go back.
What is thy bidding,
When you find one you like,
my master?
just hold a button down.
Don't worry, masters. I'll defend you from this Sith trash.
And then that's how you do it right there. Now, you can change blade effects and blade color on any font that you choose. But when you take the battery out and then put the battery back in, you're basically doing a hard reset on the board. So those fonts will revert back to whatever blade style and blade color that they're programmed on the board currently, right? So that font that we initially started with that had the red blade and it was kind of like an unstable type of effect, it will go back to that instead of being green, you know, the color that we changed it to when we were going through the demo. But that is your saber. Let me know if you get any questions. I probably won't ship this out to you right now because I want to get all 3 of your sabers done and then ship them all together since you're overseas. But, you know, thank you.